Profitable traders, welcome to today's market call session, being the 14th of August 2025. It's so good to have each and every one of you around for this session. For this segment of the market call, I will be analyzing commodity currencies, and right after that, you'll be coming up for his own analysis on US indices. I'd like to crave our indulgence. Kindly share the link to this market call to everyone on your social media platforms so that this can get to as many people as possible and they can get to participate in what we have ongoing here. So I'll be giving us 30 seconds for that. And right after, we will be heading straight to our analysis for today. All right. So without taking further time, please clarify if you can hear me. You can just type in chat box to ascertain that you can hear me. Starting off with AUD USD on the monthly time frame, we've seen that price has been breaking lower. Nothing has really changed per se. We've been seeing price breaking lower. And on the weekly time frame coming down here, we're seeing that the overall direction is bearish, fibbing from point A to point B right here. It's quite sketchy. Price traded in 61.8% fib level, and we're seeing some reaction of that point. But coming down to the daily time frame, as seen here, we are seeing that structure to the upside, right? Structure to the upside. So seeing that we are quite bullish on daily time frame, what will I be looking out for today, being the 14th of August? I'd like to see price retrace into this left shoulder, into this daily left shoulder, residing at 0.62368. And once I see retracement into this left shoulder, I am more than willing to buy AUD USD long term. But seeing that my focus is for today intraday on the 4-hour time frame, what am I looking out for on the 4-hour time frame? It's even pretty much clear today, right? I can actually spot the classic box pattern on the 4-hour time frame. I'm looking out to buy AUD USD. So we are basically looking out for entries on the 4-hour time frame shoulder at 0.65014. Sweep to the downside. We've seen a break to the upside. All we want to see price is for price to trade back into this left shoulder. And once that happens, I am more than willing and confident to take the buy on AUD USD. Narrowing down to the 1-hour time frame, pretty much the same thing, coinciding with what we have established on 4-hour time frame. We can see that everything just aligns right from the daily time frame down to the 4-hour time frame and now on the 1-hour time frame. Right, this is what we want to see for price to retrace into this left shoulder. And once that happens, right, I am more than willing to take the buy on AUD USD. Please take note of the price points that is being called out here. I want to buy AUD USD on 1-hour time frame once I see price retracing into 0.65014, which coincides with the left shoulder on the 4-hour time frame. Please take note so that once price gets there, you can just hop in the trade and make some profit of this markup and this trade call that we have ongoing here. So on NZD/USD, let's see what the price is doing on NZD/USD. Coming down to the monthly time frame for NZD/USD, overall direction is bearish, right? We're seeing price breaking even lower. Coming down to the weekly time frame, right? Fibbing the most recent swing from point A to point B, right here. We can see that price traded into 61.8% fib level and seeing some reaction of that point. But for me, there's another block on the weekly time frame that I am more than interested to see price retrace into, right? This other block right here, we need to see price retrace all the way to this weekly order block before falling off to keep selling. And down to the daily time frame, of course, on daily time frame, we're seeing something way different. We're seeing we're seeing that price has broken even higher, right? But then coming down here, we're seeing that this is happening, right? We're seeing structure to the downside. And of course, it's not that price wants to be selling long term. Price just wants to retrace into this left shoulder right here on daily time frame, left shoulder at 0.56550. So this is just a retracement into this level for price to keep buying on the daily time frame. Narrowing it down to the 1-hour time frame, on the 1-hour time frame, pretty much. I'm seeing the classic box pattern for a buy, shoulder at 0.59262, a sweep to the downside, a break to the upside. All we want to see price do is for price to retrace into this left shoulder at 0.59262. And once price gets to this level, I'm interested in taking the buy of NZD/USD today. So my bias for NZD/USD and AUD/USD for today is actually a buy. So coming down to USD CAD, On the monthly time frame for USD CAD, we're seeing structure breaking to the upside, right? Very clear. The direction, overall direction is actually bullish. Coming down to the weekly time frame too. On the weekly time frame, we're seeing that the overall direction is to the upside. But right here, we saw price taking out this low, the low residing at calling out the price point. So same price taking out the low residing at one spot, 141. Okay, one spot 41. I beg your pardon, 523 on the weekly time frame. We're seeing a break of structure, and we're even seeing more push to the downside on the daily time frame. Coming down to the daily time frame, saying that from the weekly time frame, we're seeing a break of structure, and in daily time frame, we're seeing that the direction is bearish. All we will be looking out for is for sell opportunities, establishing that the direction from the higher time frame is actually bearish. So on the daily time frame, I can actually spot the box pattern strategy that we usually use for analysis on the market color session. Shoulder at one spot 39039, sweep to the upside, break to the downside, right? Looks like price has already tapped into this left shoulder, and we're seeing some reaction all the way to the downside. So establishing that we are looking for sell opportunities. I'm coming down to my 1 hour time frame to look out for entries for today. So there's also the box pattern strategy, everything just analyzed today. Shoulder at one spot 37965. We've seen the sweep to the upside. We've seen the break all the way to the downside. All I want to see before taking the sell opportunity for USD CAD is for price to retrace into the left shoulder at one spot 37965. And once that happens, I am more than willing to take the sell on USD CAD. Please, if you have questions at this point, this is a good time to type in your questions. And if you have a different bias from what has been analyzed, please feel free to type in what you're seeing so that we get to, see and know what you're seeing together. Please type in your questions, type in your different bias, and we'll be looking at them together. While we're doing that, registration for the FX Bootcamp training is currently ongoing. The box pattern strategy is one over the myriads of strategies we have and we use in entering the market. So to know the other strategies to participate in what we have ongoing here, a lot of students have passed their prop account using the strategies we've taught in the FX Bootcamp training. So to be one of those that want to make it big in the Forex market, you can chat us up on 081 6099 5030 to register for the FX Bootcamp training. If there are no questions, we'll be going on a very brief break, and we will be coming back shortly for the second segment of the London market color session. Do not go anywhere. We will be back shortly.
Good morning, traders. Welcome back to the market caller for today, the 14th of August, 2025. We're excited to have you all here. My name is CJ, and I'm going to be taking you through the remaining parts of today's market caller. We're starting off our analysis, we'll continue our analysis rather, looking at the US stock indices, starting off with the US 30, which is also known as the Dow Jones Industrial Average Index. Now, looking at the US 30, we're seeing that strength is resuming back, momentum is resuming back into the US stocks, and we're seeing them rally to the upside. There are more positive news coming out from most US stocks. Some of them have announced their profits within the last quarter, and then we're seeing that there is more trust and there's more encouragement coming out from that side. And as a result, you're seeing stocks and stock indices rallying to the upside. And it's something that we should also be looking out for. As you can see here on the chart, you can see that US 30 is already rallying to the upside. If you also look at the US 100, which is also known as NASDAQ, you will see that it's also rallying to the upside as well. Let's take a quick look at that. You see that it's also rallying. And then if you look at the S&P 500, all of them are rallying. So we should be taking advantage of this rally to the upside, seeing that for some of them, they are creating new highs, potential new highs. So we should be on that ride to the top and then just make sure we're going with the flow. Now, talking about going with the flow, we could look at it on a 4-hour time frame of US 30. You'll see that that's created the new high for this week. We're expecting it not to give a very deep retracement as what we would expect if it were currencies. In this particular case, we're expecting it to just continue buying after this very short and brief retracement right here. Okay, so let's move to the 15-minute time frame. You see that it gave this very short and very brief retracements right here. Okay, and it has retraced into the high of yesterday. At this point, I'm expecting it to continue rallying. So for me, US 30 is in an uptrend and it's in a good place to buy from. Okay, same thing with US 100. But in the US 100 case now, you could also see that it made a retracement of what we would have expected, like US 30 did today. But for US 100, it has retraced a bit lower and it's gotten close to the low of yesterday, but I don't expect it to break the low of yesterday, which is right here. I expect it to continue buying from here all the way to the upside. So my expectation for the US 100 is also a buy from this place where price is after taking out so much liquidity. Once I see it break this level right here, I'm going in for a buy, riding it all the way to the upside, okay? And then the last one, which is S&P 500, I'm also expecting it to buy. You're seeing that it has traded all the way to this close to the low of yesterday. I'm expecting the buy to continue moving forward. So for US 30, US 100, S&P 500, I'm expecting buy. So for me, I would advise that it's either you wait for US 100 and S&P 500, NAS 100 and S&P 500 to break this high, and then we take the buys, or you just look at US 30, which I presume will be breaking the buy very soon. Once it does that, once it breaks this buy structure here, we're expecting to go long across board. Okay, so I'll be expecting to see longs across board on US 30, NAS 100, and S&P 500. So this is just a brief summary of what I expect to see on the US stock indices. We're looking to see them rally all the way to the upside and then keep trading in that light until we get any news that's going to bring it to the opposite direction. That is a news that would send it back to the downside, but I don't expect that to happen anytime soon. So for this, all these currency pairs that I've analyzed, all these stock indices, I beg your pardon, that I've analyzed so far, my bias for all of them is to see a buy.
So I passed the 50K prop challenge last month with 3 trades
across board. I want to see US 30 buying, NAS 100 buying. I also want to see S&P 500 buying. So once they break that structure that we just shown you right here, we'll be taking a buy across board. So today's analysis for these three stock indices are very clear, very precise. We're just expecting to see buys, and we're going to be doing just that according to what we have seen so far. Okay, so this is the summary of what we have for today. All right, thank you very much, everyone, for joining today's market call. We're going to meet again by 2 p.m. for a recap of the AUD USD, USD CAD, NZD USD, NAS 100, US 100, and then, yeah, sure, I'll try as much as I can to update you. Once I see let me set an alert right there so that once I see it breaking, I'll be updating you on the Telegram group, right? I've set the alert, so it's going to ping me once it breaks. So I'll update you on the Telegram group once they cross, and then we'll be taking advantage of them, okay? All right. You're welcome. So that will be the end of today's market call. By 2 p.m., we shall reconvene to do a recap of all this analysis and then the trades that we're potentially going to catch when they finally start playing out, okay? Once again, thank you very much for joining today's market call. Wish you good luck and good trading. Until we meet again by 2 p.m., cheers and God bless, guys.
So I passed a 50K prop challenge last month with 3 trades using the exact strategy we use in the academy. And guess what? The phase 2 of that challenge, I passed it with just a single trade with that same strategy. And this is not just only me, there are other students in the academy that they've been able to pass their prop challenge, right? Phase 1, phase 2 across different prop firms. If this is something you want to do, I mean, you want to pass your prop firm account phase 1, phase 2, and also getting funded and also making payouts from that same account, or you want to increase your profitability on your personal funded accounts, then this is a community you want to belong to. The registration for the FX Bootcamp August edition is open, and you do well to send a DM to the number showing on your screen to get you registered. I look